In this film we're going to be looking at the RailCom signal and the new Lenz LZV200 system. So RailCom is a method that allows locomotive decoders to send information back to the command station. So normally with DCC your commands come out of the command station, down the wires to the rail, and the loco decoder responds to it. The only way that you can interrogate the decoders is using the separate programming track. What RailCom allows the decoder to do is actually send some information back, so it leaves a blank signal inside the DCC signal that allows a little time for the decoder to respond. So Lenz manufacture the LRC120 RailCom display, and this is just a little digital display that shows loco address and other information on an insulated section. So you can use it for work on the track, but you can also use it as a form of train detection, so it will tell you what train is in which hidden yard. So power up, pops up and says Lenz on the top. When the section is empty, you just get a little dash. So I'm going to drive my loco here. It's on address 251. Drive into the section, and you'll see the address pops up on the display. And we drive out of the section again, it will clear. So I've zoomed in closer to the section and I'll show that again. So in comes the loco. So while I've got the loco in the section, we can look at another feature of the display. So got our loco there, got the display there. If I go into loco, menu, scroll round to programming on main, what I can do is interrogate CVs on the main track. So let's have a look at CV2, and it comes up with a value there of 1. Let's have another look at another one. So come back. CV3, when I read it, get a value of 6 there. So if I want to overtype it, we can go CV3, say 50, and send. Read it again, CV3, and you now got a value of 50. And what CV3 does is inertia, so we go to there, acceleration, inertia. Now when I wind up the throttle, the inertia will be quite high. So it gives you a visual display of the CVs whilst you're working on the main track, so it saves you having to take the loco off and put it on a separate programming track to find out what the values were. So the first loco I had a Lenz decoder in it. This next loco is a class 90 from Bachmann in 00, and it has been fitted with a Zemo decoder. So we'll drive it in. I've got it on address 90. And there you are, address 90 comes up on the screen, and we'll just show you that it is a Zemo chip. So we'll go to menu, programming on main, CV8, and read it, value 145, which is the manufacturer code for Zemo. Escape out, change the direction. And there we go. When it leaves the section, the address will pop off again. This next loco is an Architect Dutch Series 1300. It's got an ESU decoder in it. There we are, so it's 1308 is the address. If I just interrogate program on main, CV8, and we'll read it. 151 is the manufacturer's ID for ESU. So a number of manufacturers have built RailCom into their chips. It's an optional extra, but it's something that's been around as an open access thing in DCC for a decade now. So it is something that people are adopting. It's quite a handy little tool. So we can now have a look at turning RailCom signal on and off. On the LZV200 as delivered from the factory, RailCom is automatically turned on. Now to turn it off you actually have to go into the settings, and you do that through programming on main CV7. Okay, so we press the loco, we press menu, roll to programming on main. It doesn't matter what loco address you do this on, because CV7 is a read-only decoder setting. You can never be able to change it, so you won't affect any locos doing this. Go on to CV7, press the lock button to get into it, value 50, and enter. Oops, sorry, press the lock button to enter. You'll see the LED starts flashing. We'll clear that value with the arrow here and type in 92 and enter with the loco. You'll see the LED comes back to steady. We've now lost the RailCom signal, so the display here is flashing to say you've got no RailCom signal. To demonstrate again, we've got the original loco that we had at the start of the film. Drive it into the section, and nothing. So RailCom is turned off. The reasons for turning off RailCom are actually very few, but some very old decoders don't like the blanking signal, and you'll find that they run quite erratically. You'll see them juddering. To turn RailCom on, it's a similar process, so we go into loco menu, programming on main, CV7, value 50, clear that value and overtype it with 93. This is all in the LZV200 manual, and these values are kind of critical, so make sure you put in the right values. So we've now got steady LED again. Find that the display's now got a steady arrow on it saying that there is a RailCom signal detected, and there we are. So RailCom is now functioning again. Okay.